Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean. 11:51 a.m. on my way to my gig on some beach, and it's 91 degrees already, South Florida. Not recommended for anyone with health issues, for sure. But anyway, I want to talk about the subject of new music. Now, in this fast-paced, moving world where, things, trends, hits, movies, stars are here today, gone tomorrow, it's really hard to have a lasting song. And it's even harder for that song to be able to be pulled off in a live band setting with all the computer music and loops and all that stuff that's going on now in music. And then it's even harder for that song to be really, really good. I find you get 1-2 songs a year that are worth even adding to your list because, first of all, they suck. And it's not just the old guy saying new music sucks. It sounds like a nursery rhyme. There's 3 or 4 chords. The melody is very, very simple, simplistic. It doesn't move much. It's not dynamic. It's not challenging, and it's derivative a lot of the times. And what I do for new music, if it satisfies the first criteria, which it has staying power, and it's a huge hit, it's universal, and I can pull it off, then I start comparing it to other songs on my list. And then I also, because I play a lot, and 15 gigs a month, 16 gigs a month now, that's a lot. But I'm very selective of where I play. I could play more. I just don't want to play those kind of places anymore. If I have to, I will. Just leave it at that. But anyway, before the shutdowns, I was doing like 20, 25. It was in the middle of the season. I was killing it, literally killing my hands. But I get a lot of requests, so I gauge what requests I get as well. And I would get requests for like Tennessee Whiskey for like 2 or 3 years when it was really popular. That was a song most people added to their list. And I find that the new country stuff, even though it is also stupid, vapid, and really just throwaway, monotonous bullshit, there's more to learn off that if you want to. I know guys who sit there and learn songs all the time, and then they fall off the list. They continuously learn songs. I don't think they're any further ahead than me. In fact, most of them are behind. I have universal, well-loved, great music on my list, and then I also have other great music that people probably know, that bends their ear a little bit. Oh, yeah. Lyle Lovett. Yeah, I've heard Lyle Lovett. He's great, Or like, wow, you're doing a Ryan Adams song. Awesome, I play great music that cannot be denied, or just universal music that people love. Hotel California, Jimmy Buffett, If You're at the Beach, the first Zach Brown album, every other album after that, to me, is derivative, so I don't do it. But just because you might be a big star, like a Tim McGraw in country, or something like that, doesn't mean I'm going to play the songs. They also have to fit what you do as well. So don't think you need to learn every single new song that's out there. If they're big hits and you're getting requests for them, cool. Learn them if you want. But that's the deal with new music. I hold it up against music that's classic, that's in that particular genre. And for the most part, I find it wanting. So I don't bother learning it. It might be a complete nursery rhyme. Like some songs I added recently, The Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby. I have like a guitar arrangement of that song that works because I like it, and it's a great tune, I think. Another song I added recently was there's a few of them, but Eye in the Sky by Alan Parsons. Eye in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. You know that one? Killer tune. Completely ripped off by Lady Antebellum. And they deserve to lose the court case for that one. I don't think they wrote it. Either way, I think they lost the copyright to Alan, and rightly so. It's exactly a ripoff. Probably not consciously, but it's such a great tune. So yeah, I added those. My list is so vast, and there's tunes I haven't done for so long I've completely forgot them, and I wouldn't want to just pull them out of the hat live and play them. So if I feel like doing some tunes, I work them up. Again, a lot of times I'll work up tunes that used to be on my list. What I used to play in the 90s is completely different than what I play now. You figure if I was playing a song in the mid-90s, from the mid-70s, was only 20 years old. But we're in 2021, a 21-year-old song is 2001. I still pull out something from the mid-70s. You got to be 60 years old to remember the tune. And with corporate radio the way it is now, a lot of people's deep catalogs that we used to hear growing up on the radio are not allowed to be played. In some cases, I find that to be good. Like the band Kiss, who I can't stand, never could stand. Can't play, can't write, can't sing. Just my criteria for music is melody first, and really good playing. And they never fit the bill for me, but I'm glad that radio doesn't play them anymore. I'm not glad that the radio doesn't play a lot of material. So anyway, that's kind of my thing with new music. Very rarely do I add any, because you get no value added, to be honest. Unless you're playing a specific crowd that has a specific kind of music that they listen to, and you are that same specific music, and you're not playing your own stuff, play to the crowd. And for most people, they're just casual listeners. So to catch their ear, it's going to have to be a tune they know. It's going to have to be universal, melodic, something that has something that will has a lot of hooks, can hook them in. If you want to make some tips, play music that hooks them in, puts them in a good mood, so they throw some tips in your tip jar. And I've been making dismal tips this summer, by the way. Even with Venmo on the front, I'm going to have to add some more ways people can pay me online. If you have any suggestions, I know there's Venmo. I guess you could put your PayPal up there, Cash App. I don't know. What does everybody use out there? The tips are always really crappy in the summer. It's hot weather. People are really... they're not digging it. In fact, my indoor venues I played like last night, I'm making more money. So, keep that in mind. In the season, when people are on vacation down here or they're snowbirds, I make great tips, especially at the higher end resorts that I play. The higher end, the higher the place, as a general rule, the more tips you make. I used to make tips when I was younger, playing like biker bars and places like that. And I still might if I played those kind of places. Maybe those people use cash more, but that's the problem with diminishing cash usage is diminishing tips. So maybe the deal with that is that we start charging more. I don't know. Good luck with that, though, right? All right. So anyway, this is Sean. I don't want to ramble on anymore. Keep those tips in mind when it comes to new music and song lists, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.